Hi everyone, so today I'm going to do my June favourites. I've got quite a few skincare items as I've really been focusing on sorting out my skincare and really looking after my skin. How many times can I say that? But anyway, I've got lots of skincare items. I've got 3 makeup items and 2 which are kind of along the same lines. Basically a makeup fail. I'll explain it later on because it's a long story. But anyway, I'll try and keep this down as quick as I possibly can. I'll show you the skincare items first of all because there's some stuff I've been really impressed with. So the first one is the Origins Ginseng hydrating moisturiser, energy boosting moisturiser I should say. In fairness, I bought this kind of halfway through the month, but straight away from the first use I absolutely loved it. I don't normally keep the boxes of everything, but just for the sake of showing you what the box and stuff looks like, I'm trying to keep some of the boxes of things. So as you can see, there's the tub there. The scent of it is oranges. It's a really zingy, refreshing scent. As you know, I love the Vichy Idealia moisturiser for the night, and you can use that in the day as well, but this is very, very lightweight to the point whereas it literally sinks in straight away and it doesn't leave a sort of, when you feel like there's almost a barrier between that and your makeup, this is perfect for that. So it's so lightweight, it's amazing, but to the point where when I put this on, I'm probably alone in saying this, but when I put this on, I find myself going, and I know that sounds crazy, but it's such a nice product to apply. I'll just open it up so you can see it. By the way, I've had a spray tan, so that's why I've got a mark there. I've also been doing spray tans, so unfortunately I forgot to wear gloves. But anyway, there is the formula there. It's almost like a gel, but it's such a lightweight product that I just highly recommend it. I can't imagine anyone not liking it, to be quite honest with you. But that's the first one. The next one is something that I bought at the start of the month, or the end of May I think it was. The La Roche-Posay, and it's their micellar water. Now, I've really been into kind of reading Caroline Hyren's blog, I think that's how you say her name, and she is amazing, but what she said on recent videos that I've seen is exactly what I've thought anyway. I have got the Bioderma, which obviously everyone raves about and blah blah blah, but I have thought this anyway, whereas it's kind of like, to be honest, I mean, who needs to be in such a rush to remove their makeup? That should be used just for makeup artists and stuff like that anyway, and maybe in certain circumstances, but most people can take the time to remove it properly and make sure you've got a good skincare range. But what I've been using this for is, if you've seen one of my recent hauls, I've been wearing waterproof mascara, which everyone knows is obviously a lot more difficult to get off. So what I've been doing is I've been using like a makeup wipe, which is a bit of a no-no because it just pushes the makeup around, but I've been using a makeup wipe to remove most of the makeup, and then I've been using this to remove the eye makeup side of it, and then going ahead with a proper skincare range, which again I'm going to talk to you about in a second. But this I think is a couple of pounds dearer than Bioderma for the equivalent size bottle, but it's often on 3 for 2, so obviously it makes it cheaper, and this is easier accessible because you get this from Boots. But the scent of it is also one of the plus sides. I kind of like that it's got an ever so slight fragrance, and I think the best way for me to describe it is it's kind of like a very, very vague bubblegum scent. Just like a nice sweet scent, but it is very vague. It's not overpowering at all, but it really does do the job, and I'm really impressed with it. So I've used quite a bit of it up, probably, yeah, where my thumb is now, I've used up to there so far. I've only, well, I've been using it quite a lot, but I do try and use it sparingly, so it just shows you how much I love it. But that's that. The next one is the face wash that I've been using. I was going to say wearing, I don't know, but it's the Sanctuary Fresh Faced Purifying Wash. Long and short of it, I find that it really does deep clean your face. It leaves it feeling really fresh and kind of woken up, so to speak, but I really like it. But that's that. I would buy full size of it. This is pretty much run out because this is one of the travel size ones that I got in a set. Hand in hand with that is the Brightening Eye Gel. I really think that this is a really nice product. I've got quite a bit of it left because obviously eye gels last a long time, but it's really nice, and definitely does, I do feel like brightens and is a nice treat for the skin. So that's that. And then the last skincare item is this by Declior, the Aroma Night. Again, I keep the box so I can kind of show you properly, but I'll get the pot out. I know one of you left a comment to say that you didn't like it, and I kind of can understand why, because it has got a sort of greasy sort of texture to it, but I'll just show you what it looks like. I find that if you use it sparingly, you get it with this little kind of spatula thing, but I find that if you use it sparingly, the thing that I like about it the most is actually for the aromatherapy side of it. I find that the idea of it, which it says on the packaging, is that you rub it all over your, let's say massage I should say, all over your face and your neck or whatever, and then you just cup your hands over your face and breathe it in, and it really is such a calming, relaxing treatment. I don't use it an awful lot. I kind of space it out between all of the other things that I like to use, but every now and again I like to throw this into the mix for the evening, and I find that it's really calming, really relaxing, and yes, I do think it leaves a sort of greasy sort of texture, but that doesn't bother me. In fact, to be honest, I quite like that because I feel like it's doing something as I go to sleep, but as I say, it's more for the aromatherapy calming side. And if you haven't watched my previous haul video, then just to let you know, I got this from cheapsmells.com and it was like £15, so it's a really good price. I think it was like $15.49 or something, and free delivery. So you have to look through for this specific one with the ylang ylang, but yeah, I do really like it. So that's that. Then on to makeup. This is a shocker for me because although I'm not a makeup snob, I will try all different kind of brands out, but I really wasn't expecting very much from this. But as you can see, it's the number 17 BB, Blemish BB Balm or whatever, that's what it says, but it's obviously BB Blemish Balm. But yeah, as you can see, I've got the colour Light, which as far as I know was the lightest one. I think there was only 3 colours, but I bought this on a whim. It was $6.99 from Boots, and to be honest I really wasn't expecting much because it's not really a brand I normally go for, and I kind of see it more as like a teenager sort of brand, but it's basically swayed me off my Laura Mercier tinted moisturiser. At the moment, as I say, with a spray tan, you're not going to see the true colour because it's not really going to match me right now, but the colour of it there, it really does have a really good coverage, I'd say. A lot better actually than my Laura Mercier version. So that's the first thing. The skincare benefits I can't really speak of because, as I say, I'm trying to use a lot of really good skincare anyway, so I can't say if it's given me any benefits, so to speak. But what I would say is that it really does feel nice on my skin. Like throughout the day, if I touch my face, it just feels like nice and moisturised. So that is good perhaps for someone with drier skin as well. It's got good coverage. The only thing that I've got as a downside to it is I feel like it's got more of a pinky undertone, and I think my skin needs a more yellow undertone, but I'm still working with it and I'm still loving it anyway. So I would recommend that if you're in the business for kind of looking for a new, something lightweight for the summer, then I would kind of try that out perhaps. The next thing is by Natural Collection. This was something that I bought last year. It's in the colour Sweet Cheeks. It has replaced one of the MAC ones that I was absolutely obsessed with a while ago, which was Fleur Power, I think. But it's a matte finish, so it's good for me for a more natural sort of look, because I'm not really a fan of shimmer. I tend to kind of go for a more matte sort of shade because I think it's more natural looking. But for the price of this, I think it's like $1.99. It's amazing. So that's that. I won't say any more, but it's really good if you want to try out something like that. The next thing is something that I bought possibly maybe 18 months ago, whenever they first came out, the Revlon Lip Butters. This one I've got here is in Strawberry Shortcake, and if I just twist it up, you can see that it's just a really gorgeous baby pink. What I like about this is that you can kind of like just sweep it over your lips just once, and it gives a really gorgeous baby pink, just a sheer wash of colour, and you can really build this up into a proper lipstick. One of my favourite lipsticks from MAC is the Viva Glam Gaga one, which I think was the first one that she brought out, and I'd say that this is pretty similar to it, but it's really nice, and obviously you could put a lip gloss or something over it. And then onto my fails. They're not too much of a fail because in some sense they're just really clever, but it's the L'Oreal Nude Magique CC cream. So it's the colour correcting ones. I've got quite red cheeks, and that was what I really got it for. It's for the anti-redness side of it, and because it was on like 2 for £15, I bought the purple toned one as well. Now there's a reason why I've kept that on my hand, because I wanted to show you. As I say, this doesn't quite match my skin right now, definitely not the skin on my hands, but I like that when you first apply this it looks green and it kind of looks crazy, but I'm not really that put off by that. But the thing is that if you're a lighter skin tone, I'm just trying to show you on camera, as you rub it, it turns into a more of a foundation sort of colour. I'm just going to show you this one. Obviously I've put way too much of the BB cream on, but just to show you the difference of it. The problem with this that I found is that this is far too dark for my skin. I've put way too much on, but you know, you get the idea. This is far too dark for my skin, so what I found with it, obviously it'll probably work now, but the top and bottom of it for me, my thoughts on it is that if you're a very light skin tone like I am naturally, then obviously the red is going to peek through more. If you do get a tan or you're darker skin toned, then you're not really going to notice the red as much. So I can't really understand why L'Oreal have made a product that for the lightest people who are obviously, I'm guessing, going to have the red show through the most, when it moves into the actual foundation sort of colour, it's kind of a darker colour. So I end up shearing it out, which means the red shows through. Now, I don't know if it's just me, I don't know, but it just doesn't, it feels like it defeats the object. It should have really been a lighter sort of colour, because, as I say, surely the lighter sort of people are the ones that have the red show through. I don't know, it doesn't make sense, but the purple's the same. The purple does go through as a darker colour as well. Obviously I could wear these today because I've got a spray tan on, but otherwise when I'm back to my usual colour, that is pretty much useless because it's too dark for even for the area that I want to use, which is my cheeks. So that is that. That is all of the products that I've been loving this month, and two that I will still use. I'll just have to share them out, which kind of defeats the purpose. But I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. I hope it wasn't too long. Apologies if it was. If you've got any kind of comments, then let me know what you think about any of these products. If I can answer any questions by anyone, I will do if I can. But if you're not already subscribed, I'd love if you could subscribe to the channel, the usual kind of thing. If you want to follow me on Twitter, come follow me on Twitter, link will be below. I am trying to update the blog a lot more. I'm getting myself organised into gear because I've got lots to talk about on different products. I probably will go into more detail on the blog about some of these products as well because I just love them that much. But that is that for now. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you can, and thanks very much for watching.